What if the moon suddenly disappeared? One night you step outside to look at the sky, and something feels wrong. It's darker than usual, too dark. The stars seem faint, scattered across a sky that feels emptier than ever. You look for the moon, expecting its soft silver glow, but it's gone. Not hidden by clouds. Not a lunar eclipse. Just gone. At first, people would be confused. Social media would explode with photos of the dark sky, and conspiracy theories would appear faster than the speed of light. NASA is hiding something. Aliens stole the moon. It's the end of the world. News channels would scramble for explanations, and scientists would rush to telescopes in disbelief. But this isn't a hoax. The moon has truly vanished, leaving Earth without its silent companion. Within hours, the first effects would be noticeable. The tides would change dramatically. Without the moon's gravity pulling on our oceans, the familiar rhythm of high and low tides would collapse. Coastal areas that rely on predictable tides for fishing, shipping, and navigation would face chaos. In some regions, the sea would retreat, exposing wide stretches of ocean floor. In others, it would surge unpredictably, flooding places that were once safe. The gentle breathing of Earth's oceans would become erratic. Then, the nights would grow unimaginably dark. For millions of years, the moon has been our natural night light, guiding travelers, influencing cultures, and lighting up the landscape. Without it, rural areas would sink into total blackness. Animals that depend on moonlight, like owls, sea turtles, and nocturnal insects, would be lost and disoriented. Sea turtles might lay their eggs in the wrong places, birds could crash into unseen trees, and predators would either starve or thrive in the new, uneven darkness. Humans, too, would feel the difference. Our ancestors evolved with the moon as a constant presence, a cosmic clock in the sky. Festivals, calendars, and myths all revolve around its cycle. Without it, something ancient and psychological would be missing. People might feel uneasy, unable to explain the emptiness. Nights would feel lonelier. And then, after a few weeks, the weather would start to change. The moon doesn't just affect the tides, it also stabilizes Earth's tilt. Without it, our planet would begin to wobble more over time. Seasons would slowly shift into chaos. Some years, winter might last almost all year in one hemisphere, while the other bakes an endless summer. After thousands of years, Earth might become unstable enough that life would have to adapt, or perish. But the immediate effects would still be spectacular. The night sky, darker than it's been in human history, would reveal stars never seen before. The Milky Way would blaze brighter than ever, stretching across the heavens like a ghostly river. Astronomers would weep at the sight, even as the rest of the world mourned the loss of the moon. Romance would take a hit too. No more moonlit walks, no more poets writing odes to the pale companion. Werewolves would go extinct, or at least have nothing to blame anymore. Horror movies would lose their favorite lighting effect. Lovers would look up and see nothing but blackness where once the moon smiled down on them. Meanwhile, scientists would be working frantically to figure out what happened. Could the moon have disintegrated? Was it pulled away by an unseen cosmic force? The more they studied, the more terrifying possibilities would appear. Without the moon's gravitational balance, even Earth's rotation could subtly change. Days might shorten by fractions of a second, seasons would drift, and satellites could begin to lose stable orbits. In the long term, life on Earth might survive, but it would not be the same. Over millennia, new patterns of tides and weather would emerge. Humanity might adapt, but we'd never stop missing the familiar glow of the full moon. The lunar calendar would become a relic of history. The word month, which comes from moon, would lose its meaning. And maybe, centuries later, people would tell stories about the time when a bright white orb once floated above the world, keeping the oceans breathing, lighting the night, and reminding humanity that even in darkness, there was always something watching over us. So, what if the moon disappeared? Earth would survive, but it would lose its balance. The seas would go wild, the nights would grow empty, and the world would feel just a little less human. The moon may be silent, but without it, the silence would be unbearable. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and write your own what if comment.